Okay, sometime I'm not sure that when I start recording, one of you may be rejected. Maybe because of your internet is just so weak or some part. That's why I just reject you when we just turn on the camera there. Okay. Okay, how many of you have gone through the Google Classroom instruction there? What we are going to do today? Have you read something in Google Classroom?
Yeah, teacher, I have read through.
Okay, so what are we going to study today or discuss today?
For today, we are going to review Unit 7 to Unit 9.
Okay, good. And what else besides this one?
Quiz 3.
Okay, quiz number 3. Anything else besides this one?
I don't remember at all, teacher.
Okay. Any other people that gone through it and still remember what we have to do?
I see follow up the progress of the major assignment, question and answer, and quiz 3.
Okay, very good. So I hope that you just learn about your topic for your major assignment, and hope that all you have started doing it now. Okay, I don't mind if you can start doing it before the deadline. All right, make sure that you can submit it and get it before that part. It's just a great way in here. All right, those things, right? How many of you have started doing this one? Have you done that or done nothing? Yeah?
Maybe nothing.
Done nothing, right? You don't want to do it early, but you're just waiting until one night policy come?
No.
The deadline tomorrow, just start doing it tonight? Is it?
I'm trying to search
Okay. So
more information.
okay, good. Try your best for that. Okay. Okay, so just keep doing on that, and we're going to move to the slide now. And if you have some question, maybe this week is really important that we want to discuss. Actually, I just have make a slide or just combine a slide within the Google Classroom to review what you have learned from Unit 7 to Unit 9. If you have gone through it and listened to it, it might be much better there, all right? But since the internet at the province is not stable enough, I cannot upload the into the YouTube for you. So maybe after this, I will drop it into the Telegram. Everyone can see it. Okay, did you see do you see my screen now?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so the main thing that we want to talk and discuss today is just reviewing Unit 7 and to Unit 9 that we have learned so far, and some parts I review in the slide with overall record in the Google Classroom, right? Okay, so here the learning outcome for today. We can say after completing the sharing, everyone will be able to review all the grammar points in Unit 7 to Unit 9. Okay, do you still remember how you learned so far in Unit 7 and Unit 8 and as well Unit 9? You remember something or remember nothing? Yeah?
For Unit 7, I remember the grammar point is modal auxiliary verb.
Okay, modal auxiliary verb. And anything else besides this one?
About Unit 8, we studied about relative clauses.
Okay, but relative clauses, or we can call other one. What is the name of that one? Beside relative clauses, any other name of that?
Can be adjective clause.
Yeah, it can be adjective clause. Okay, some part you better learn about its names. Those in, you can say like modern English or traditional English. You better learn both of them, avoiding from being failed because you don't know what does it call or does it mean, right? Okay, so next one. Okay, how about in unit, okay, and anything that you learn in unit 8? Anything else, please? Oh, just only that one? Yeah?
We learn about present and past participle.
Okay, good. Present and past participle. Okay, can you tell your friend to go through the Google Classroom and just enter the meeting in here?
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, just have to inform them to go through the Google Classroom. I don't know what is the problem with that one. Since the link just drop and some part we cannot enter. Okay, so okay, in unit 8, beside relative clause or adjective clause, we also learn about present participle, right? Okay, so how about unit 9, recently finished? So what have we learned so far?
For last week, I remember that we study homonym and homophone.
Yeah, homonym and homophone. So what are the differences between homonym and homophone?
For homonym refer to the same word but different meaning.
The same words. How about spelling? The same or different?
The same.
The same word with the same spelling, but
different meaning.
Different meaning. Okay, good. How about homophone?
For homophone, it has the same pronunciation but different spelling, and yes, that's all.
How about the meaning? Are they the same?
No, different.
Different as well, right? Okay, good.
Yes.
So about homonym, you can say homonym, the same words, the same spelling, but different meaning. It might be different paraspeech as well, right? Okay, and about homophone, we can say the same pronunciation, different spelling with different meaning as well for that. Okay, good. Okay, beside that, what else did you have learned in Unit 9?
I have learned about friend part 8 about the story.
Yeah.
The comedy situation comedy.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I don't know too much about it. Just a little bit.
Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you. And anything that you have learned in Unit 9 about grammar point first, maybe? Do you still remember that? Okay, I just take the aptitude to review the lesson now. Okay. Anybody still remember it?
We have learned about expression habit. There are present simple, past simple, and perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Okay. So all of that, right? Okay. So hope that you still remember it with those things. Okay. So their learning outcome, we can say we're going to discuss and make more example related to each grammar point. I hope that after you just review it, you can learn how to use it, both in speaking as well as in writing if possible. And reflect what you have learned from Unit 7 to Unit 9. Okay, and actually, we still have one more thing that we have to do today, that we have to review about what you have to do in the major assignment, right? But one last important thing is just completing quiz number 3. That will be related to expressing habits, right, that you just recently learned. So just ready and do it at 7, right? And today just only certain question there. It's just simple. Maybe just test your comprehension or understanding regarding to the grammar point in here. And okay. Just see how much do you understand and remember what you have learned so far, right? Okay, so we can move to the next one. Okay, here are the things that we have included in the Google Classroom. So I still emphasize regarding to this, we can say like the instruction is really important in the Google Classroom from session to session in here, right? So when you got there, just see this first, this part first, and you will see what to do within this session in here, all right? So read those things. Okay, you can say like read this thing like you just meet me in the classroom here that I'm going to tell you what to do. So this instruction will tell you what to do in the Google Classroom as well as what we cover in here. All right. Okay, pay attention to those, and you will see what we have to learn there, right? Okay, so next. I just want you to discuss and reflect a little bit. Since this part, we can say we just gone through on the middle way of the term or the semester in here. That right now we just got session 15 and 16. It's just in session week 8 of the term, since we just have 15 weeks. So this week is just in the middle of that one. So we have to discuss and speak briefly, okay, freely talk and discuss. And I hope that everyone will share. Okay, think about this question. Okay, just try to tell me or your classmate about 3 points that you have learned so far. If possible, it's just 1 point in each unit that you have learned. Okay, and just briefly explain. And okay, what are the good points of distance learning, like from this meeting or so far? What are your challenges or difficulty of distance learning? All right. And one last is about, do you have any suggestion or recommendation? Since this part we can say, you can share your idea. Each person can share around 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, and I just want to hear from you. Since mostly in the classroom, I just hear only a few voice, but the rest is quiet. But today, you can think about this question and then we can share. All right. I give you around 5 minutes to prepare to answer this one. Okay. Any question to clarify before we start? Any question?
Teacher, can you explain question number 3?
Number 3.
Yes.
Okay, what are your challenges or difficulty of distance learning? You can say like, what are the problems for distance learning, like what we are learning right now, learning and teaching right now. So what are the problems or difficulty? You can say that. Challenges meaning problem that you find out it is hard to learn through online or not face to face in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Okay, if you don't have a question, you have 5 minutes to draft your answer. And after this, I just want you to turn on your camera to speak it out. Okay. If we have enough time, maybe everyone have a chance to speak. But if the time is up, maybe just some of you. Whether Savannah can come in now? Okay. Are you ready to share? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so we want to start. And I hope that you just come up with the question. I just drop it, stop sharing, and then I may not see your face. Okay. So whenever you share, just open your camera and start speaking. I think there's one way that we can communicate in here, and everyone can see your face. All right?
Wait, I'm going to the teaser.
Okay. And anybody on the in the bedroom now? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. In the kitchen room. Anybody sleeping? Okay, so who can share? Who can share first? Oh, I just call the name. Okay, so let's start. Volunteer or just in order? Yeah.
You should call the name, teacher.
Okay, so I will call the name based on the list of the Google Hangout in here. Okay, and then you will be ready for this one. Okay, maybe start with Venerable Panya. You are on the top of the list.
Teacher, can you share the screen again?
You want to see the screen?
Yeah, because some of them didn't get the question.
Okay, okay. Will you see the screen here?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Okay, so we just start. Okay, start with Venerable Panya. You are on the top of the list.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you share your answer, please?
All answer all the question here.
Yeah, just briefly, not in the detail. Like you just list down what you have learned or what you find out it is the good point for the distance learning.
Number one, all the lesson that I studied from unit 7 to unit 9, I get the main point and the grammar point that modal verb, relative verb, hot verbs. It is very important for choose and the right paragraph and essays for me. And some point I not clearly. For example, adverb collection and verb around cheers. And number two, but a good point for distance learning. My opinion, I think that the good point for me, all screenshot video. It is easy for me when I forgot that teacher say or teacher teach, I will go to Google Classroom in order to check it. Yes. And number three, for me, it's difficult a little bit for of the distance learning. Number four, I don't want the suggestion.
You don't want, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, okay, like what you mentioned, just little bit difficulty or challenging for you. So, what is the small thing that bother you from learning online or distance learning effectively in here? Benar bapaknya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you clarify about your difficulty or challenges in this distance learning classroom in here?
I'm difficult to explain, but my fear show that.
Okay, good. Thank you. No need to tell, but just make sure that you can find the solution to deal with it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much. For the next speaker, we can say like you can turn on your camera to let your friends see your face. Maybe all of them really miss you now. So just turn on your camera and speak. So at least they can see. Yeah, you just turn on the camera and let them see your face. Maybe they may forget your face, may forget your face, but through this maybe it's fine to make this distance learning or online learning like the real classroom in here, since we can see face to face each other in here. Okay, to move to the next one. Change one. You just come in. Are you okay to start? Yeah. So I will skip you for a while.
Right at home.
Okay. So to prepare yourself with this answer, and to move to the other one just about main án or main án?
Main án, teacher.
Yeah, main án. Okay. Are you ready to share? Can you turn on your camera?
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
It's a bit. Can you see me, teacher?
Cannot see you, only your voice in here. Everybody, can you see your friend face?
No, sir.
No?
Yeah, I can see now.
Okay. Yeah, so you can start talking. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah.
I think from Unit 7 to Unit 9, I have learned quite a lot about, each lesson is designed into many parts like vocabularies, grammar, and useful language, and so on. And I think yes, we learn about that, about grammar. Like in Unit 7, we learn about modal verbs and related verbs, and in Unit 9, we learn about expressing habit, and we know how to use to do something and like that. And also we also learn about some some vocabulary about homophone and homonyms and like that. Okay. So about question number 2, the good point. I think the good point that I have learned from distant learning that are useful is that I can learn more about technology. I know more about some apps that we can use to study distantly, like we can use Google Meet or Google Hangout or Zoom like that. And and one more thing is that distant learning provide me enough time to learn by myself, which is one of my favorite thing I would like to do.
Okay.
Yes. That's all. And okay, number 3. I think a small difficulty for me, so it should be not mentioned here. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, and number 4 should be not answer.
Okay, it's fine. If you don't want to answer, it's fine.
Yeah, because I think the process of learning and teaching is okay, teacher. So there's no any suggestion or recommendation to you and to the university.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you. Okay. I just forgot to put one question mark. So this is also question, right? Thank you very much for sharing. Okay. This paper we can say like the simple, but I just want everyone to share. Since along the way we can say I just heard only a few words, but today maybe we have a chance to learn more. But actually your English is good, but sometimes you don't want to share. It's the reason. Okay, but next one we can move to one side, and then we will go back to Jingwon. I hope that as there one more speaker, you are ready to do to prepare for your speak, right? Okay, one side, are you ready for this?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, can you turn on your camera?
Yeah, already turn on camera.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Can you see me, camera?
To my side. Okay. Okay. It's okay.
Unit 1 until Unit 9, I have studied a little bit because I'm very poor of English, but I try hard, and I know about modal verb and some story in Unit 7 and Unit 9, and yes, it is good lesson for all students that we need to study. And question number 2, a good point of learning is we challenge about online class, and we know more about how to use technologies nowadays. And in the future, we will use technology too, like more skill with technology. And question number 3, the challenge of myself, I was challenge hard to use computer or use Google Classroom. That we have a lot of function that we need to learn more and use Google. And number 4 has no suggestion.
Okay, good. Thank you. Maybe it's hard for you to suggest in here. Thank you very much. Okay, Jingwon, are you ready now?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. One more speaker will be ready for you, right? Okay, so just take turn to Venerable Watana, Watana.
Hello, teacher.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Yeah. Thank you. Can you start sharing your point of view?
Teacher, for me, question 1, what have you learned from Unit 7 until Unit 9? Yes, I have learned about Unit 7 until Unit 9, such as modal verb, relative verb, hot verb, past participle, and express habit, used to do, used to do and doing, and some of grammar I know a little bit, and some of grammar very hard to know for me because I'm very poor teacher, poor English.
Okay.
But I try, yes, I try study. When I don't know, I always to ask my friend.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and some article is very good and new for me, teacher, in the all the in the unit 7 until unit 9, teacher. Yes, and number 2, what are the good point of distance learning? For me, I think that the good point of distance learning is yes about the online class. For me, is a new experience. Yeah.
Okay, good.
And yes, sometimes I only see only one teacher open camera, and another student is cannot. And some point is good because it's so quiet, so silent. It's rather than in class teacher.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
and that's all. Yeah, I continue to number 3.
Yeah. Come on.
Yes, what are your challenge or difficult of distance? For me, the challenge myself is very hard to use Google Classroom because I never used it before. And sometimes when I join the Google Classroom and my internet very slow. Yes, when I listening another sound of the teacher is so not better, not good teacher, so bad.
Okay.
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
and this called one more is for me when the teacher give the quiz or any assignment quiz. When I add instruction of the quiz, sometimes I don't know teacher want student to do, and I always to call some friend to help me because
Okay.
yes, because the word is very technique, teacher, technique word.
Technical
Yeah.
word. Okay.
Technical word, yes, teacher. And I already had to know. Sometimes I try to use dictionary, but dictionary it cannot help me for know clearly about meaning of teacher want student to do. And for me, the last point, the number 4, I want to suggestion and recommend that to teacher because I think that when I study in class, I think rather than study in online class because when the study in class, teacher is help full time for teach and help time for explain any student for to know clearly about the lesson, teacher.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
and sometimes when I study online class and some question when teacher explain, I don't know. I have feeling very hard for me, and I want to come back to school and study in school again.
Yeah.
And that's all, teacher.
Yeah. You feel
Yes.
missing your school now?
Yes. I will miss my school because online class I already had no some lesson, teacher.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Goodbye,
Very good.
teacher.
Yeah. You said you are poor, but your speaking is good. Okay. So to move back to Chengwon, are you ready now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good.
Sir, my camera on computer is broken, so I can't open my camera.
Yeah. So to ask your friend to see your picture rather than your face. Okay. Just go. Thank you.
For question number 1, what have you learned from unit 9 until
Units
9? 7 until
7. Okay.
9?
Good.
And I have learned modal, auxiliary verb, vocabulary, present simple, participle, and for question number 2, the goal point of distance learning. I
Okay. Okay.
theo nghĩ sẽ lại nữa.
Just try.
Con xoài hay. A good point of distance learning, I think that teach me about use to app so Google Classroom, Hangout, or other app. And for question number 3, I made a little bit of difficult because problem because our internet slow and now teacher start class on 5 and 30 p.m. So I finish class at 5:30 p.m. So maybe I join late and I don't understand about lesson. I do not about I do not understand about lesson 3. For question number 4. No, I don't.
You don't have anything to suggest.
My speaking is so poor.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, you face a problem, but you don't have any suggestion or recommendation. Okay, suggestion or recommendation not mean the thing that you are going to critique about my teaching, or maybe you can request or suggest something, better change this or that or something, for example, right? Okay, it's just not the sensitive question that you need to answer in here. For for the critique of my teaching, maybe you can send it to whenever the school they have the survey, so you can comment there. It's fine. But to me, I also have. Okay, normally I just prefer to have the suggestion or comment from the student as well whenever I teach in the real class. So I just have other question to ask for that. No need to worry that you just need to tell me and write down your name, but just anonymously, you can write down and comment. That is the way that I can improve it as well. Okay, so thank you, and just move to the next one. Just Sraidi, right? Are you ready to speak?
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, hello.
Teacher, I don't want to show my face because my hair is a little bit messy.
Yeah, don't you want to let your friends see how are you
They can
now?
see on the screen, teacher.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, so you can start to the point.
Okay, teacher. For number one, I have learned. There are like in each lesson they have a grammar or vocabulary. Yeah, something like that. But teacher, sometimes I could not catch up well, teacher.
Okay, okay.
Yes, and for number two, the good points are I can learn technology. Yes, and it make me more improving, teacher.
Okay, so you better
Yes.
thank to COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
For number three, the difficulties is about my phone. Sometimes internet is slow.
Okay.
Yes, and my phone does not have enough instrument, teacher, enough tool.
Okay.
Like sometimes it's a bit difficult for me to send quiz or do quiz or assignment, something like that, teacher.
Okay, okay, I see. Right.
Yes, teacher. Yes. For number four, I don't have any suggestion, teacher.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, the next one. Okay. So, Sachin, are you ready? Then we just can in here. Sachin? Sachin?
Teacher.
Yeah, yeah. Sachin or Sachin?
Sachin, teacher.
Sachin, right? Okay, I'm sorry for calling the name in the wrong way. Are you ready to answer the 4 questions in here?
Sorry, sir. I'm not already.
Okay, so you're checking your answer. Yeah, just preparing your answer, and I'm going to move to the next one, and I will come back to you later, right?
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So, to move to Sina, Pain Sina.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
ready to, yeah.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so just go.
From unit 7 to 9, I have learned many things like grammar, like modal verb, adjective clause, and about vocabulary, about homonym and homophone, and some article such as forever friend. It means like a friend reunited. They send an email to reunited, and about the good point of distance learning. First of all, it's about I can save time. I mean, I can save time to travel to school, and I can study. I mean, self-study at home. Like if we study one session, we can get another session to do quiz or like assignment. And about the difficult thing, I have a little bit of difficult thing of distance learning. First, it's about internet connection, because my home is the connection is very poor, so it is hard to access. Like when I access the Google Hangout, I spend about 10 minutes to access it.
Okay.
And about the suggestion. I have no suggestion or recommendation because I am good with online class.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Teacher.
Okay, good. Move to the next one. Thank you for sharing. How about Kunli? You just come back. Are you ready for sharing? Kunli?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just turn on the camera and share.
May I turn on? Yes.
Okay.
For question number 1, what I learned about the grammar, I have learned about the introduced to modal auxiliary verb. I can talk about the word, so about my ability, my willingness, my permission, and other. For unit 8, there are introduced to relative clause. I can reuse using full stop in my sentence. And
Okay.
for expression habit, I know about time. The time that sorry, teacher. Present simple, past simple. We can call expression habit. It can be our expression habit. And
Okay.
I know about homonym and homophone, but still weak about it. Too weak.
Okay.
And in the lesson, I interesting about the what the what like oh sorry teacher like the experience there what the lesson tell us some experience like preparing married by family by parent and they help getting well together. And I will finish number one question number 1 and going to number 2. The good point of distance learning, I think about saving money for traveling to school and saving petroleum using petroleum gasoline. Sorry, teacher.
Okay, it's fine. It's
Gasoline.
fine. Okay.
Yes, that could be solve our environment issues. And for number 3, my challenge or difficulty of distance learning, it may be my poor internet. Where some when studying, it was interrupted. Sometimes because of the weather also. And for number 4, I have no suggestion. I love the instruction of our school.
Okay.
That's all, teacher.
Thank you. So, okay. So if you have something not really want to share, it's fine. This question, I just want to see. But if you don't want, no need to answer in here, right? Okay. Thank you very much for sharing. And just move to Molina. Are you ready to share? Hello, Molina. Are you here? Molina? Yeah. Can you share? Can you start sharing now, Molina? You just say hi in the chat, but I cannot hear you. Can you hear me?
Teacher គាត់ឆាតនៅក្នុងនេះ teacher ឆាតនៅក្នុងឯងឆាតគាត់នៅកន្លែងការងារ teacher.
Okay, I see. So you are taking some time to Okay, thank you. So we just move to other one. Okay, so how about Suchin? Are you ready?
Yeah, sure, I'm ready.
Okay, so can you share briefly?
Yeah, for me, number one, I can learn about new grammar, introduction, auxiliary verb, and about moral or new vocabulary. Yes, and number two, what are the good point of distance learning? For me, I think first one, I can save time to spend driving, go to school, and yes, something else.
Okay,
And
okay.
number three, what are your challenge or difficulties of distance learning? For me, at my home, it don't have a lot of internet. Yeah, my seva is poor.
Yeah, your service is poor.
Yes, something I can join class and sometimes I cannot join.
Okay,
And
okay.
for number four, I have no suggestion.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
sharing.
Yes.
Okay, let's move to the next one. Rinat or Rinit? Rinit or Rinat?
Rinat.
Rinat, right? Okay. So can you start sharing now? Just turn on
Yes,
the camera.
sorry, my computer has no camera.
Okay, okay. So you can start doing whatever you want and you can.
For number one, I think all of my classmates are mentioned already, but I want to tell the most interesting point that I have never learned.
Okay.
It is homonym and homophone.
Okay.
That point I have never learned before, and I just know when you teach.
Okay.
For number two, the good point of distance learning, I can learn everywhere and I don't need to spend much time to traveling to school.
Okay.
For number three, the difficulty of distance learning is I don't have enough time to follow up the Google Classroom.
Okay.
For number four, I have no suggestion.
No suggestion. Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Joja.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. So Google Classroom will be updated every week. So from week to week, we normally get the new thing into that one. But I'm sorry as well that sometimes it's just a bit late to upload thing into the Google Classroom as well. So my workload also a lot. We can see like compared to the real classroom teaching and online teaching, I need to prepare more than 3 hours to teach for one session in here. A lot of things to prepare for this, right? Okay, so thank you very much for sharing. Just move to Soon. Said Soon, right? Are you ready to share? Today we are testing your speaking skill. Soon, are you here? Hello, Soon. Soon, right? Soon or? Is she here? Soon? No answer. Can we move to your set first?
Hello.
Yeah. Where are you set here?
Hi, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you start sharing now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
For number one, I have learned from unit 7 until 9. I learned about the vocabulary. I learned about the new words and about the
Mm-hmm.
grammar. Uh, I'm bad with the grammar, but I try hard to study grammar, and I had to practice a lot about the grammar in unit 7 until unit 9. Yes, and number two, the good point of distance learning, I think that I can study wherever I want, and I think that spend less time to study here, like spend less time to study than in the class, and have more time to self-study at home, and then spend much time to go to the school or wherever, because just stay home is have a lot of time to study by myself. And
Okay.
about number three, difficult. I think it's difficult because sometimes it's bad of the internet, and also sometimes it's voice not clear. And
Okay.
about the number four, I have no suggestion.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing. Let's move to Putti. Putti or Savanna?
Swana teacher just call me.
Savanna Putti, right?
Yeah.
So I just see it in your Telegram. It's just switching in there. Sorry, buddy. Okay, okay. So Putti, can you start sharing for all the 4 questions in here?
Wait, I have to open camera, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Can you see me first? So, first, at the first question, I think I don't have anything to say after our classmate mentioned before. We know the new grammar, the new moral work, the harmony, or a new vocabulary, and something new in a new book. So, a good point for distance learning is I have more free time. I can learn in visual, and it took us upgrade to the next level to know the use technology and get more change. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
And yes, know the new technology and like we can learn the kind of revolution or something.
Okay.
Better. So the challenge or difficulty for distance learning is I think I don't have something difficulty. To me, it took easy to learning online or distance learning, but sometimes I can't catch up with you or another lecture because my internet going slow sometimes. And one more thing, it took me really hard to learn with the Google Classroom when like I can't understand something, so I have to learn by myself. It's really hard to ask you. Yes. So the number 4, I have no recommendation. That's all.
Okay, good. Thank you, right? So whenever you face a problem, just find out the solution, right? You cannot find out, and the best way may be asking and working with partner or classmate is the best choice as well, right? Or just let me know through the Google Classroom as well as through the Telegram, the best way that we can solve with all this problem, right? Okay, thank you very much. I'll move to Sita. Sita here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you start sharing briefly?
Yes. I have learned, number one, I have learned a lot from unit 7 to 9. Like, uh, I learned a lot from reading, listening, and speaking, and vocabulary. I met a lot of useful words, and especially on grammar, and it's kind of new for me. Yeah. And number two, the good point of distance learning. Uh, I got a new experience with online learning, and uh, I have a lot of time to spending with my self study and also my own time. And I can review the classroom teaching with the literal recording video. And number three, I don't have any difficulty of distance learning. And number four is no awesome teacher.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing. Okay. Okay, we better move a little bit fast to move to Rachana. Are you here, Rachana?
Yeah, I'm here,
Rachana?
teacher.
Yeah. Are you ready to share?
Yeah, I'm ready, teacher.
Okay, okay, come on. So, if possible, you turn on your camera.
I cannot turn on. Sorry, teacher.
Okay, okay, it's fine.
For number one, I have learned from unit 7 is a modal auxiliary verb, a new like have new grammar or something like that. For unit A, I have learned relative clause or participle. For number 9 is a new point for me because I never know about the homonym or homophone, but I'm ready. Yeah. Number 2, the good point of distance learning is I can what just please wait a minute, please. I can learn it by myself. I can do quiz only like by myself. Don't ask anything. Don't ask anybody or something like that. And good point is I can learn more about a Google Classroom. I know a lot of apps to do it. But number 3, I don't have any to talk. And number 4 is I don't have any recommendation. Sorry.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for this. Okay, we can move to the other one. Yeah, move to triple. Are you ready to share?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so okay, come on. If you can turn on the camera, it's good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come on.
Number 1, from unit 7 to 9, I have learned the modal verb and related verb, phrasal verb with get, relative clause, past and present like used to do and doing. The number 2, the good point of distance learning. The first, it give me more time. It give me more time to learn and to prepare for the final exam for another university. And I can do the quiz by open the book.
Really?
Yeah, teacher. The number 3, I have some difficult, like at the first of learning, I cannot join Google Classroom and I cannot join meeting. So I get absent for twice time of every subject.
Okay. Now you can solve it.
I don't know, teacher. At the first time I cannot join, but after that I can. I can join. Number 4, I have no suggestion and recommendation. I just like to say that I like to study at class more than distance learning.
Okay, good. So you don't like distance learning?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just kidding. Okay, thank you very much for sharing. Just move to Venerable Chanda.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, thank you. Venerable Chanda, are you ready to share? Venerable, are you here? No, quiet. You left or what? Okay, so maybe I better hear from Vatai first, I think. Maybe if we still have time, we can go back to Venerable Chanda. Hello, Vatai.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah, briefly, come on.
For about number 1, about Unit 7, I have learned about modal auxiliary verb, reading and speaking, about meet the keeper, phrasal verb, get, and Unit 8, defining clause and non-defining clause, relative pronouns such as who, which, whose, that, where, and when. And about Unit 9, about expressing habit, about past simple, present simple, will and would express an annoying habit. And number 2, the good point of distance learning are responsibility of myself, and I have more time to do the tasks that the teacher provide.
Okay.
And for number 3, I have challenged myself to do the quiz quickly and on time with many assignments by myself. And I need to respond on my work and make sure it better. And for the difficulty about time, I don't have enough time to discuss answer and question with the teacher. And one more about the internet. It is a main concern when I have to do the quiz. Sometimes it feels no more internet connection for me to do the quiz or submit the assignment on time. That's it. And for number 4, I have no suggestion or recommendation.
Okay, good, thank you. So thank you very much for sharing. Can we move to the other one just about word chain?
Yeah, teacher. For number 1, from Unit 7 to Unit 9, I have learned about the modal verb, relative clause, and about homonym and homophone, and new word. And that's all for number 1. And number 2, the good point of distance learning. I can study. I can have time to study by myself, and during this time, I think that it can help us to save from the COVID-19, and I can know how to study through the online. And for the number 3 and number 4, I don't have any idea, teacher.
Okay, very good for sharing. And we can move to one last, and maybe Venerable Chinda cannot share. We can move to Sarong, right? Sarong, or maybe Sarong, I think. Sarong, are you here? Sarong, are you with us here? No, quiet. How about Molina? Have you got home now? Molina? Okay, so
teacher. Nhung Sarong.
Okay, Sarong. Are you ready to speak?
For question number 1. Hello, teacher.
Yeah, come on again. We can hear you, right?
For question number 1 from Unit 7 to 9, I have learned about the modal verb,
relative close and participate. And about the question number 2, the good point of distance learning, I don't need to spend a lot of time to travel, and I have a new experience to learn about the Google Classroom. And about the question number 3, the difficulty of the distance learning, like internet survive, and sometimes when have the learning I can't join. And for the question 2, I don't have any suggestion or recommendation. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you very much for sharing. Okay, so the rest maybe we don't have enough time for you to share. And thank you for sharing today that we can select normally we share here 2 people that join, but actually all your English are good. And thank you for sharing today. And today I just supposed to finish our class 15 minutes before the quiz. But right now, since we need to hear from you, like we can say like this session is just like the, we can say, it's just like the speaking test in here that I can hear from everyone. Thank you for sharing that I may know that you may know about your speaking ability. Even the slow learner one, you still can speak it. Okay, so if you have some problem, I hope that you can know how to share, how to solve it, not just keep it and make it become bigger and bigger that cannot be solved in here. So the other part we can say you just we can say your homework today homework just read the grammar breakdown of unit 10, and we will discuss it furthermore next week. All right, and right now you can leave the meeting and to be ready for the quiz in Google Classroom. Are you ready for that?
Yes, teacher. I'm ready.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just go through that and enjoy it.
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, enjoy it, and let me know if you face a problem, cannot attend in that one. All right, cannot join that one. So let me know.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. See you next week. Good luck with your quiz.
Goodbye, sir.
Bye bye. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.